I would object to trivial matters, she would verbally attack me. Countless days where I would cry and apologize continued, which made me think, quote, in the end, everything is just all my fault, and my days turned so dark. It was so dark, it was as if I couldn't see. Back then, I was so blinded that I wasn't sure if this was, quote-unquote, normal or not. In order not to make Asan displeased, all of my behaviors were to ensure she wouldn't be angry. I would be in front of my PC every day with Line and Discord open and would reply to all messages immediately. In a day, we would have hundreds of messages exchanged between the both of us, but even then, she would suspect that I was cheating on her. She would keep me online on the Discord 24/7 and monitor my activities. And to prove that I wasn't cheating, I would keep going on my phone even when I was sleeping. When I look back at this now, this seems unbelievable, even to me. But before, I would just accept this and continue to do it. Even in this situation where I was told, quote, you just married for the money, I would just continue to apologize without knowing much. I wasn't able to make judgments for myself. I didn't know what the best choice of actions were. And at that point, the only thing that saved me were the words given by all my important friends. I came to my senses and realized that all the words and actions I've received from Asan was moral harassment. I decided that we couldn't be together like this anymore and started to consider filing for divorce. At the start, Asan expressed her strong feelings towards this and stated that, quote, I'll reflect on everything that has happened now. I don't want to divorce. So we decided not to file for divorce and tried to find ways to solve the issues so that we could improve our relationship. I originally bought a new home for us to move in together. I thought that if we were able to live together, I would be able to remove any anxious feelings she had about our relationship. However, because our relationship had complicated into such manners, we both put distance between ourselves by having Asan move into the new home while I lived in my rented apartment. Shortly after that, Asan would start posting cryptic messages that contained negative connotations about me on social media. These messages would largely differ from the truth, and this prompted many criticisms from third parties against me. Through proxy of my lawyers, I've repeatedly told her to stop making such statements, but yet the situation didn't improve. In order to improve our relationship and to calm our mental health, we proposed to Asan to at least disclose some facts of the situation to put an end to the unceasing slander. However, Asan's representatives unanimously opposed our request by stating that, quote, she is restarting her activities in a new form, so please refrain from announcing about your marital status, and made no compromise with us about the situation. I couldn't bear Asan's attitude with her contradicting words, so at the end of May of 2022, I formally filed for divorce with a lawyer. Thereafter, without being able to tell everyone the truth, we entered into divorce proceedings with lawyers. During the process, due to my health, I decided that I would go on hiatus after Tokyo Dome. The decision to go on
Check. Check. Alright, we're about to play Tekken, but I'm kind of interested in this news story. It's playing in the background. I wasn't really paying attention to it because I was trying to set up this stream, but okay, let's see what happened. Here's the true story of Rushia, aka Mikeneko. Who I watch her whenever she's on Mikeneko. She's not on very often, but sometimes she is. Okay, let's hear what happened.
Yes.
So she
As
got
next,
married.
we will look into Mafu Mafu's statement and multiple allegations, many of which we cannot yet confirm. Mafu Mafu himself never directly naming Mikeneko, instead referring to an Asan, leading to counter-speculation that this could be regarding someone else. Further translations of Mafu Mafu's statement now available. This one reading, "Hello everyone, it's Mafu Mafu. I apologize for causing such situations again. Allow me to touch on the headline that reported, quote, married and then divorced. Currently, he's filed a lawsuit against her. Firstly, just as the article has said, I had a spouse before. I sincerely apologize for the fact that I was not able to publicly announce it and have ended up deceiving everyone. We started our relationship in the summer of 2021 and we registered our marriage at the end of December that year. Following that, we divorced in July of 2022. Mafu Mafu continuing.
So that didn't last very long. That did not last very long, huh?
On, I've never uttered a single word about this, which may result in this being an avalanche of statements to be revealed. This may cause various feelings of distress and shock to people, and I'm really sorry about that. Furthermore, to all related parties of the situation, I offer up my sincerest apologies as well. From this point forward, to avoid further lies, I've decided to tell the truth. By telling the truth, I might get sued. I might cause trouble to many people. People might never listen to my music again. I'll be hated by everyone, be told, quote, we never want to see you again, and I might never be able to perform as Mafu Mafu again. Even so, I don't want to lie anymore. I don't want my life hurting anymore, so I will speak on this. The contribution below is a collection of the truth.
Okay, I kind of heard that a little bit before, that statement. I don't know this guy. I don't know very much about this situation, but when I hear people say that, it's kind of bullshit. It's kind of bullshit. If you have decided to tell the truth, even though you're going to sacrifice all this shit, it's not for the benefit of everyone else. It's for you. You're telling the truth for you. You're getting something out of it, right? You're either getting something like some kind of material gain, or you are suffering inside your mind mentally and you need to tell the truth because you want to end your own suffering. You don't care about the actual truth. You don't care about doing what's right. You're doing this out of desperation for whatever situation you're in. So I don't buy that. Plus, he's the one that's suing her. You're gonna go ahead with some long, tedious legal battle for what? You could have just left it alone. This happened so long ago. This happened 2 years ago, and then we're hearing about this now.
From the start till the end. It's quite long, so please only read it if you'd like to know.
I just hate people who try to act so righteous, but I don't know. I don't know this guy. I don't know this situation, so let's find out.
About the truth. I really had serious feelings for my partner, hereby referred to as Asan, around spring of 2021. I talked about, quote, not being able to fall in love in magazine interviews, and I realized I was unable to hold any romantic feelings for people, which was why I gave up on love and marriage. It was during that time when I met Asan, and they conveyed that they liked me, even with all my flaws and faults. My views on love might have been different from the general perspective of, quote-unquote, romance, but I thought that it would have been really good if we could live together supporting each other. I received a lot of opposition from my friends and acquaintances, but I ignored all the negative remarks and decided to officially be in a relationship with her, followed by marriage. There was no confusion that this was how sincere my feelings were towards Asan. I've considered announcing my marriage many times. Of course, this was a complete 360 of what I've said before about my thoughts on love and relationships, so it's true that I was afraid of speaking about this.
Do you mean a complete 180? Because if you do a 360, you're back where you started, and nothing has changed.
Publicly. But even then, I would have preferred for this to come out from my own mouth than to have it revealed like this involuntarily. However, when we registered for our marriage, Asan was also an internet personality. Hence, due to the wishes of Asan and her associates, I could not announce this publicly. One incident that happened in the past made me think about speaking on everything as well. Due to all the misinformation and slander, I have tried countless times to find the best timing to announce the truth, but it didn't happen due to several circumstances. When I was withering away in such an environment, Asan was with me. At that time, when I would object to trivial matters, she would verbally attack me. Countless days where I would cry and apologize continued, which made me think, quote, in the end, everything is just all my fault. And my days turned so dark. It was so dark, it was as if I couldn't see.
I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know how bad it was, but I'm trying to imagine, like, Mikeneko verbally attacking me and I'm crying about it. I don't know. I can't imagine a world like that. Because if she, like, did that to me, I'd just be like, shut the fuck up, sit down.
Back then, I was so blinded that I wasn't sure if this was quote-unquote normal or not. In order not to make Asan displeased, all of my behaviors were to ensure she wouldn't be angry. I would be in front of my PC every day with Line and Discord opened and would reply to all messages immediately. In a day, we would have hundreds of messages exchanged between the both of us, but even then, she would suspect that I was cheating on her. She would keep me online on the Discord 24/7 and monitor my activities. And to prove that I wasn't cheating, I would keep going on my phone even when I was sleeping. When I look back at...
Alright, that sounds like psycho girlfriend behavior, girlfriend-wife behavior. It's psycho. But you're enabling that. You're playing along with it, so that, you know, that makes... that, like, justifies whatever conduct she's doing, and it's just gonna get worse.
this now, this seems unbelievable, even to me. But before, I would just accept this and continue to do it. Even in this situation where I was told, quote, you just married for the money, I would just continue to apologize without knowing much. I wasn't able to make...
Your Uber driver, yo, what's up? Definitely there's no way it's not. Yeah.
Judgments for myself. I didn't know what the best choice of actions were, and at that point, the only thing that saved me were the words given by all my important friends. I came to my senses and realized that all the words and actions I've received from Asan was moral harassment. I decided that we couldn't be together like this anymore and started to consider filing for divorce. At the start, Asan expressed her strong feelings towards this and stated that, quote, I'll reflect on everything that has happened now. I don't want to divorce. So we decided not to file for divorce and tried to find ways to solve the issues so that we could improve our relationship. I originally bought a new home for us to move in together. I thought that if we were able to live together...
How do you go from, like, I want to divorce you, and it's not even coming from her. He's the one who wanted the divorce. And she said, no, let's work on it. How do you go from that to buying a house? That's like such a big investment. Like, you think that's gonna solve it? I mean, why doesn't she could just move in with you, or you can move in with her? But then again, too, I gotta admit, it's just young and dumb, right? Yeah, I know. You're right. I gotta admit, though, I think just for people in general, after a certain age, I don't know how old they are, but I've been saying this recently, the last like few years. After a certain age, if you do want like marriage and like a life with someone and all that, I think after a certain age, it's kind of okay to just jump into it without thinking, because like you could run the risk once you start getting older. if you get complacent, you could run the risk of dying alone. You know, it happens to people. I think when you're in your 20s though, like your early to mid 20s, yeah, you should like wait and take things slow and really figure out what's going on. But if you're like over 35 or over 40, it's like, whatever. Life's too short. Do it. I don't think they're 40 though. I think they're in their like mid 20s.
I would be able to remove any anxious feelings she had about our relationship. However, because our relationship had complicated into such manners, we both put distance between ourselves by having Asan move into the new home while I lived in my rented apartment.
What?
Shortly after that...
Yeah, that's true. My belief is to start from a crappy apartment, then go up from there. Yeah, exactly. That's how I think too. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And maybe, you know, if you're, well, yeah. I agree.
Relationship had complicated into such manners, we both put distance between ourselves by having Asan move into the new home while I lived in my rented apartment. Shortly after that, Asan would start posting cryptic messages that contained negative connotations about me on social media. These messages would largely differ from the truth, and this prompted many criticisms from third parties against me. Through proxy of my lawyers, I've repeatedly told her to stop making such statements, but yet the situation...
That's so weird. Like, where is it? Where was he reading? So basically he bought a house for them, and then she was living in it, but he wasn't. Because our relationship had complicated into such manners, we both put distance between ourselves by having Asan move into the new home. Well, if it got to that point, then you definitely weren't ready to buy a new house. What the hell is she smoking? Because she needs to share. Yeah, right? But this just happened. Well, okay, I guess the oldest thing I see about it is 3 days ago, so she's probably figuring out how she's gonna respond. I think it's just really sad because that whole thing happened with her like 2 years ago or whatever. And yeah, it was sad, but then like everyone moved on, and then she moved. It seemed like everyone moved on, and now it's blowing up again out of nowhere.
Didn't improve. In order to improve our relationship and to calm our mental health, we proposed to Asan to at least disclose some facts of the situation to put an end to the unceasing slander. However, Asan's representatives unanimously opposed our request by stating that, quote, she is restarting her activities in a new form, so please refrain from announcing about your marital status, and made no compromise with us about the situation. I couldn't bear Asan's attitude with her contradicting words. So at the end of May of 2022, I formally filed for divorce with a lawyer. Thereafter, without being able to tell everyone the truth, we entered into divorce proceedings with lawyers. During the process, due to my health, I decided that I would go on hiatus after Tokyo Dome. The decision to go on hiatus was a painful one that caused a lot of trouble for the people involved. Originally, I had hoped with the announcement of my hiatus, I could talk about the truth, and this would help lessen the slander going around. However, from the request of Asan's side, we couldn't talk about my marital status, and in the end, we only announced my hiatus due to, quote-unquote, medical treatment reasons. I regretted not being able to tell the truth and felt disappointed in myself for being weak.
I wonder, like, how many of these lies are there in like, the VTuber world? Like, this is one of them. But how many other things, how many other lies have we heard, like, oh, I'm taking a break due to, like, you know, some health reasons, but yeah, they're really, like, going through a divorce or something. Probably a lot, you know. I don't mind if they're going through some drama. Just it would just be better to not lie about it, you know? Like, you could just easily be like, I'm having some personal stuff that I can't talk about right now, so I need to go on hiatus indefinitely. That's all. You don't have to lie about it. Just, you know, if you don't want to talk about something or disclose some information, just say that. People will respect it, you know?
During the divorce proceedings, Asan denied the discussion, citing poor health as a reason, and demanded money and other things. When discussions were stalled, it was revealed that Asan was having an affair. In the end, we settled our divorce at the end of July with no compensation settlement paid to each other.
What? Asan was, when discussions were stalled, it was revealed that Asan was having an affair. He just brushes over that, like he just mentions that quickly. Oh yeah, and she was having an affair.
Our divorce, the new home that Asan left from was littered with so many cardboard boxes and trash that there was literally nowhere to stand on. The urn with the ashes of the pet that Asan used to raise was also left behind with the trash. I brought the urn home, and even till now, it's resting in a high spot in my living room. I've discovered Asan's betrayal after I had a conversation with a man, hereby referred to as B-san.
There we go,
I gained
B-san.
screenshots of their Discord in line for more details and got him to explain to me by way of calls. In the screenshots, there were invitations of dates and exchanging gifts on Valentine's Day. On the day we registered our marriage from December 25th and on December 26th, she flaked on our plans for Christmas together and invited him to hang out with her during the end of the year. And
Oh, that's so fucked up. So it's like they were registering their marriage. Like, they must have just gotten married and she's still messing around with another dude. It's just a lot of confusion, I think, just not have their minds in the right place for the future. Yeah, I mean, who knows? This is just a whole scam, right? Yeah. I mean, we haven't seen, like, everyone's side, you know? You're hearing just this one side. But I haven't. This is not like the craziest like case of cheating and betrayal that I've heard. Like, I've heard pretty bad shit coming out of Japan. You know, it happens.
even when we were settling our divorce in the middle of May, she would text me to say she wanted to get back together with me while inviting B-san to a room share with her. I still freshly remember that I laid in bed for a long time. B-san has apologized countless times. Remember that I laid in bed for a long time. Back together with me while inviting B-san to a room share with her. I still freshly remember that I laid in bed for a long time. B-san has apologized countless times, and it seems that he was a victim in the situation as well, as he didn't know about it, so we settled things amicably. Even until now, I am still good friends with B-san. But
even till now, I'm still good friends with B-san. What, that he didn't know that she was married? Like, so she lied to him? It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. What a weird... See, this is the kind of shit that happens, though, when, like, as a man, you don't have, like... It's like that's like the only chance at love that you'll ever have in your life. That's probably how he was thinking about it in his mind. You know, he's talking about like never being able to fall in love or whatever, just never meeting anyone. And then suddenly now he's like married to like a famous VTuber who's like, she's like pretty hot, like in real life, you know? So this is what happens. This is what happens. Then like you just get used and abused. It's a very odd situation, right?
But that was not all. During our divorce settlement, Asan and other parties harassed me on social media and anonymous posting forums. There were a lot of posts saying that I was a quote-unquote perpetrator of domestic violence and quote-unquote I cheated countless times with multiple women. But of course, these were all lies and not true at all. During my hiatus as well, I was harassed repeatedly and couldn't tell the truth, and I passed each day with misinformation and slander spread about me. To even fight back a little so that I could get all this misinformation and slander reduced as much as possible, I filed an information disclosure request against the anonymous posting forums. The result of that request recognized that the slander/misinformation spread was illegal, and the request was approved. As the article stated, most of the posts were written by Asan. There were a lot of hurtful comments, but one of the most...
Look at this. I filed an information disclosure request against the anonymous posting forums. The result of that request recognized that the slander misinformation spread was illegal, and the request was approved. Jesus.
cruel was, quote-unquote, Mafu killed Asan's cat by slamming the door on it. The cat that Asan raised was blind in both eyes when I met Asan. She was very friendly with me. I have 2 cats myself, and I raised them with great care. There is no way I would hurt any animals, so I have no idea how she was able to think about that, let alone even put it into words.
Probably, yeah, if you live with cats already, then you know... I mean, if you're a pet owner, you're going to be, like, very... naturally just very careful around closing doors and stuff, you know? You're always going to check. It's going to be like your second nature. You're always going to check if your pet is in the doorway. You're not just going to slam a door without thinking about it. Just a pure nutcase, right? No way. Honestly, I would block every possible way. But you know, this is just one side. You know, I'd like to hear both sides of it. I don't want to judge anyone or jump to any conclusions, because we've seen, like, false allegations. We especially now, like in this day and age, there's just so many false allegations about everything. Yeah, I'd like to hear both sides. But you know what he's saying is crazy. It's like, I don't want to believe it's true because it's so horrible, but it could be true. It could be. He could be like 100% true.
Even put it into words. And just as a quick interjection, it should be mentioned that yes, Uraha Rushia on stream had talked about owning a blind cat. I've been doing my activities for more than 10 years, so misinformation and slander has been a part of my everyday life. I think I would have normally not cared about it. However, Asan was the type of person who was against slander and would speak out against it. To have people like her registering for a paid membership on an anonymous posting forum to hurt people, it made me feel like I couldn't ignore it. If this goes to trial, people can listen in and everyone would be able to get the truth. If I talked about the truth online without any context, there could be errors on my end, but by bringing this to court, this will result in a lawful verdict. Due to that, knowing that everything will come to light, I decided to bring this to court. Currently, we are still suing Asan for slander and the civil trial is ongoing. Last year, at the end of summer, I had a discussion with the police and they recorded my statement for 8 hours. A statement is a document made when police are investigating into a case. Asan was also called in, and it was confirmed that she was sent the charges last year. I believe the prosecution is thinking of how to proceed from here currently. This might be an excuse, but I thought if the case went forward, everything will come to light, so I wanted to talk about the truth then. Finally, I believe the trial will go on, and we will come back to this in the future again. There were a lot of things that I couldn't fit in here, but I've only ever wrote things that I I've had clear evidence of. I don't think I've clarified enough, but this being something that I've kept in my heart for so long, I'm so glad I'm able to talk to you all about it now. Like what I've written above, I might be subjected to statements that are not true or abusive language from Asan. However, if we fight it out on a legal place, there will be a conclusion to this, so please ignore all this slander and rumors until then. No matter what happened, this doesn't change the fact that Mafu lied to the people who supported him. It doesn't change that I was at fault, and I will live with this fact for the rest of my life. I am really sorry. And at the end, this might be really childish of me, but I really hope that with this statement published, I hope that it will diminish the hateful content about me. Thank you very much for reading this until now. Signed, Mafu. Once again, those being the words from Mafu, posting the link to his official website on his Twitter here. And while Mikeneko is not called out specifically by name, some contesting that Mafu was not referring to Mikeneko, and that Mikeneko and Asan are different people. TVS once again confirming through a very trusted source that Mafu and Mikeneko had been married. And if Mafu was not referring to Mikeneko, why would he not mention that, fully knowing that it would be linked to her? His statement referring to an internet personality, a wealthy individual who has regularly spoken out against slander, along with having associates that would stop them from announcing a marriage, and this individual also owning a blind cat. As now going forward, we will see if there is any reply from Mikeneko.
Yeah,
as of course, there are always two sides to any story, and we have yet to hear her side. That is all for this episode. As always, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe below. Send in your VTuber news to our Discord.
Yeah, what he said. There's two sides to every story. You have churro juice for your pod right now. Gotta get a new one. Churro juice. I never heard that. This one's actually disposable. I used to use the vape devices, but they were always like, they would always leak, and it was kind of hard to like change the fluid. It was kind of like some high maintenance. Whereas if I'm smoking cigarettes, I just smoke the cigs and then they're done, right? And then I buy a new pack. So this is actually, surprisingly, this is actually better to just buy these disposable ones. You just puff on this, it lasts. Even if you're like a heavy vapor, it's still gonna last a while. And then you just buy a new one. And it's still cheaper than cigs. Alright. I do want to freaking play Tekken 8. I want to do that. I want to. But after all this, we have Mikeneko responded to the allegations one day. This was 3 days ago, and then she responds 2 days later. Wait,
So today we're going to be taking a look over at Mikeneko,
right,
Rushia, Nazno,
we got to see both sides now. We're
because
just
as
talking
I
about
informed you all a few days ago,
one-sided.
Mafu came out against her with a lot of allegations, saying that they were married, saying that Rushia had abused him during their marriage, and a bunch of other stuff. If you want full context to that, this link will be in the description for you to read it, or you can go and watch the previous video, which will also be linked in the description, or you can click right above my head here. But the reason we're talking about this again today is because in the last video I informed you all that Corey was going to be going live talking about this situation, and Corey did just that, but to a lot of people's surprise, Mafu joined him on that stream and answered some fan questions and also answered some questions that
I wonder if the dude that she allegedly cheated on
coming out from Bria, thank you so much. So while I'm talking
also
about this, there's going to be
VTuber.
some points where I'm going to flash images up on screen
That would be some
Corey and Mafu
Jerry Springer
brought up.
shit
I'll
right
flash
there.
those up whenever I am talking about them, and you may pause to read them or look at them if you would like to do so. But the first questions that viewers had was, is Asan pregnant, or do you have children? Mafu laughed that off and said that's completely not true at all. I'm sorry about that. There were some people that were suspecting that Mafu was recording in Corey's stream, so Mafu clarified that it was indeed him, and he's sincerely sorry for bringing this topic up. Another question was, please could you touch on B-san as much as you can? For example, is he a Nutaite? Mafu said he's not Nutaite, but he's someone who also works in the internet industry.
See, look at
Next
that.
question was, Mafu's only written about what's been done to him. Have you not not done anything to Asan, in which Mafu said at that time, I really did treasure my partner, and I might have times where I would have been displeased or had small complaints about her, but things like domestic violence or cheating on her, that's totally never happened before. Korei said, so you've never said anything that would count as moral harassment towards her? In which Mafu responded with, I've looked back at all of my Discord chat logs with her, it was a huge amount, and I've never used any violent language with her at all.
That's kind of a weird term. I don't know if that's a legal term, if that's an actual thing. Moral harassment. I mean, I don't know if I like that argument, but I'm saying that as an American. I'm saying that as someone who I don't like anyone passing moral judgment on anyone else. That kind of stuff pisses me off. But I don't know, in Japan that might actually be a legal thing. That might be illegal to do moral harassment. Not sure.
Korei said that Asan had told him she had received horrible treatment from Mafu, but Mafu once again repeated that he has never done anything like that before. The next question was, will you continue with your live performances? Mafu says that he personally wants to continue to do his best in his work. He is now in the midst of discussing that currently. However, there is no plans to cancel the live performances in February. Next question was, is After the Rain's wedding dress about Asan? Mafu says that's wrong and
Where is it? Did he say that? Okay. Will he continue with your live performances? He personally wants to continue to do his best in his work. Now in the midst of discussing that currently, there's no plans to cancel the live performance in February. If I was going through like all of this crap, I don't think I would be doing any live performances. That's like too much on the brain.
Apologizes for the misleading title, but it's not the case at all. Next part said that there are suspicions from Korei that Mafu was the one who leaked the information as Asan was in the process of making her debut in voice acting and debuting as a singer in a really big company. Mafu firmly stands his ground to firmly reject this. In the article that reported about the incident, they said that no comments were given by Mafu's representatives. That wouldn't have happened if he were to leak it. Korei then moved on to say Mafu might have told the situation to other people and they leaked it. Mafu said he had tried his best not to talk about the situation. He was waiting for it to go on trial and then talk about it himself. Mafu had no idea how the situation has turned into this. Leaking the news is not positive to him in this situation, so he's made it clear it's not him who leaked it. The next section is regarding the 24-hour surveillance on Mafu by Asan to make sure he didn't cheat. Mafu said he was the one who suggested being on his phone / on Discord 24/7. Asan kept accusing that he was cheating on her every day, so he thought if she could see what he was doing every day, those suspicions would be put to rest. He made a group chat with Asan himself and his employees.
I mean, we kind of heard that, like, he's just recapping
old house.
This is an interview, just recapping what he said.
The reason why he didn't move in with her was because Asan herself told him not to move in. Asan lived in the new house while Mafu continued to stay in his rented apartment.
That's the part,
Asan
right?
lived in the new house while Mafu continued
like, why would she be living in the new house without
old
him?
house? He then offered up the new house to Asan to move in. The reason why he didn't move in with her was because Asan herself told him not to move in. Asan lived in the new house while Mafu continued to stay in his rented apartment, even though the new house was bought by Mafu. Mafu thinks the reason why Asan told him not to move in was because she had negative feelings towards him. They moved into divorce proceedings soon after. Next
but
question
maybe
was
she
the
just
fact
wanted
that
to be
Asan
there with
cheated
the
on
other
you true?
dude.
Mafu confirmed that it was true. Asan even reached out to him again yesterday to apologize for his actions after the statement was out. Mafu has evidence of this affair as well. Korei mentions that Asan has previously told him that she was not cheating. Mafu has evidence that he can't show as he might be sued for it. He then sends Korei evidence which he was approved to show. The screenshot was a conversation between Asan and Bisan. In the convo, Asan said she wanted to get closer to Bisan, then invited him to a room to share with her. Korei says the evidence is shaky and she might have just been joking. Mafu, who is clearly distraught and still hurt, starts to explain that the day where they registered their marriage was around Christmas. He chokes up and says talking about this still hurts him. He powers through and continues. He made plans to spend 2 to 3 days with her after registering their marriage and reserved a place for it. They digress a bit and the translator said, "I am not translating as it's irrelevant," but Mafu says that there wasn't any wedding ceremony. Back to the story though, Mafu booked a place for 2 nights
What
and
a
3
fucked
days,
up
bought
marriage.
Christmas presents and a cake, and waited for Asan in the place that he booked. Asan
See, I don't know, I have too much pride to allow anyone to treat me like that, even if she's like the hottest girl in the world or whatever. I'd be like, no, okay, so we just got married, now we're gonna have a honeymoon or whatever. And if she started giving me excuses, I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
only arrived the next day. She got angry and left. She came around 5 a.m. and Mafu told her he was sleepy, so he said let's just sleep. She got angry and left and didn't come back. Even though Mafu booked the hotel for 3 days, she even left without touching the presents and then went on to ask Bisan if he was free to hang out during the end of the year. Mafu said he really felt like he was dying. Kori then shows the Discord screenshots between Asan and Bisan. Asan writes that she's free on the 28th to hang out and asked if Bisan was free. While reading the messages, Mafu breaks down and says that this was only shortly after they registered their marriage. Mafu is not sure if they have really met during the year, and he thinks they didn't meet, but he's not 100% sure. Mafu once again says that he thinks Bisan is a victim in the situation, and when he found out that Mafu and Asan had a relationship together, he apologized. The screenshot then reveals that Asan and Bisan have alluded to talking about dating. Now the next segment is regarding the Kohaku event. Mafu was set to appear on Kohaku, which
Yeah, people just don't understand how to set limits and expectations.
made Asan
It seems
anxious
like
about their relationship,
this
as she
dude,
thought this gave him a
Mafu,
chance to meet new
is
females.
too inexperienced
However,
with
Mafu said he
relationships.
slept alone in
And then
the
he just got
rehearsal
married
rooms
out of
during
nowhere.
Kohaku by himself, and Mafu was set to appear on Kohaku, which made Asan anxious about their relationship, as she thought that this gave him a chance to meet new females. However, Mafu said he slept alone in the rehearsal rooms during Kohaku by himself and on an air mattress that he bought himself. Immediately after Kohaku ended, he took a taxi and went home and cooked New Year dishes so that they could celebrate the New Year together. He didn't want her to worry, so he immediately went home. Asan came home a while after.
It's like, it's so, everything is so pitiful. Like, if it's 100% true, yeah, that sucks. It's horrible. But it's like, it's so pitiful. Like, the whole story. Everything he's saying.
Ashes in the urn was not Asan's cat, but her hamster. Mafu brought the urn back with him, and it's in his living room now, resting. Mafu thought he wouldn't be able to have the house that he bought for Asan and himself back. However, he wanted her to give back the engagement ring that he gave. To Mafu, an engagement ring is a way of saying, please be with me forever.
Yeah.
However, ever since they registered their marriage, she was thinking about someone else, and since they aren't thinking of being together anymore, Mafu wanted the ring back. Mafu said if she returned it, he wouldn't need any other settlement. However, she still hasn't given the ring back, and this is how he got the house he purchased back. The reason why Mafu had never went into the house while Asan was living there was because he believed that it was wrong to enter her house when she had explicitly said not to enter. When Mafu went to the new house, there was just trash.
That's fucking weird. I bet back, like, in the back of his mind, too, he must have been thinking, like, what if she's cheating on me in our house? In the house that I bought for her. Dude, I can't. How could anyone? How could you allow anyone to do that to you? Yeah. I mean, I guess a guy could do it to a girl too, but I don't know.
Trash and cardboard boxes everywhere in the room. This is also where they showed photos of the trash. The cardboard boxes were even littered till outside the house. The next part was about what he liked about Asan. Mafu received a lot of opposition from everyone about the relationship. Mafu thinks he couldn't talk too in depth about the reason why they started dating or married, as he might have permission to say. Asan told him a lot about her history and how she had a lot of painful memories. She said that there were a lot of horrible men out there, which is what led her to suspect that he's a cheater. Mafu Mafu really felt bad and tried his best to think of ways to comfort her, and he tried to do his best. However, she still couldn't fully trust him. He thought that by promising that they'll stay together in the future, that'll make her feel more safe. He says that if he recalls it now, he doesn't know why he held those feelings for her. He says he personally also had a painful past and could sympathize and understands how she felt. He said he really wanted to do something for her.
I guess, yeah, when you're, like, in the middle of all that crap, it's hard to think straight.
Mafu said back then
What
he
the
might
fuck,
have really
man?
been inexperienced at love, but the thing she got the most angriest about was when they started dating. She would get angry at him for replying late. She would tell him, quote, a normal boyfriend would reply in a certain way, so he started opening Discord where he could see and reply immediately. They would send hundreds to thousands of messages to each other on Discord. This felt normal to him only because he was told that this was normal. He thought that this was okay as he felt that this could let her have her peace of mind.
Yes. This is why I think in Japan, I don't know for sure, but I think they don't allow high school kids to date. I think high school kids are not allowed to date. I could be wrong. It might be only certain high schools. But this is why teenagers should be dating. They need to be dating. They should be dating as much as possible because they need to figure this stuff out. And people can't really teach you this. You got to learn it for yourself. Because it's something that you learn emotionally. It's not a logical thing. It's something you learn emotionally. I'm not sure. Most definitely.
Koi asked how Mafu could not have realized that this was not normal. Mafu says that if you were told each and every day this is not normal, this is not normal, this is not normal at all, you'll start to think you're not behaving normally, so he ended up assuming that this was the norm in dating. Now, trigger warning for the next part as it has mentions of sexual abuse. Mafu reveals another incident involving Sisan, who is a mutual friend and songwriter. Mafu said he'll start talking about another incident. This is a situation where he had evidence but couldn't write in his statement. There was actually a mutual friend who was a songwriter between Mafu and Asan, hereby referred to as Sisan. Sisan would intercept when Mafu and Asan fought, but then the situation ended up being them saying Mafu was the one at fault when he wasn't at fault at all, which led Mafu to apologize while crying on Discord. Mafu then recalls a particular incident when he gave Asan an engagement ring. She ended up suspecting that he was cheating on her days after. Mafu said that he told her he gave her an engagement ring to express that he wanted to be with her, so he didn't want her to accuse him of such things. Asan then told him, I can't believe you would something as insignificant as this, which really hurt Mafu. He then said, if that's the case, let's stop, we won't get married, give me the ring, and let's start a clean slate. Sisan only heard about Mafu asking her to return the ring, and not the whole truth. It was discovered that Sisan was Asan's ex-boyfriend. Whenever they had a fight, Asan would ask Sisan not to say anything bad about her. Sisan could have rejected this, but Sisan chose to support Asan because when they were dating, Sisan's agent was a female, which made Asan mad. She would spread rumors that Sisan sexually abused her and got pregnant. This turned out to be a lie. Sisan was really mentally hurt and cried a lot because of this.
So she's
Sisan
done
told
this
to Mafu and apologized to Mafu. He also said he'll stand up to testify for him if needed and apologize for doing all the things he did to him.
He'll go to court for that.
Worried that he would be sued or jailed as he has evidence of these 2 years where he hasn't done anything wrong from his side and he was the one who filed for divorce. Koi realizes that Asan might have been lying to him during their conversations, as Asan has claimed among many things that Mafu might face legal actions. Koi then shows a screenshot from Asan which basically is a reiteration of what Mafu said in his article. She accuses Mafu of cheating on her, of hurling abusive language, and killing her cat. Mafu then says that he can provide evidence that identifies loopholes in what she was saying. And in the next part, Mafu pretty much just apologizes to his fans and addresses them directly, which will be up on screen here. Now, we're going to jump over...
Okay. It's like 11 minutes in. We still haven't heard... We've heard, like, everything. We've heard twice already his side. I mean, it's looking worse and worse for her because there's, like... The other 2 dudes that were involved in it are also siding with this guy. Apparently. Okay, let's hear what... Can we hear what what she has to say.
To Mikeneko, who responded to the allegations this morning at 7:13 a.m. through a...
Shit, what is this? What's this kanji? Fuck, I don't know what this kanji is. Something about a sickness? Byokichu? I don't know. I don't know what's byoki. Hold on. Let's find out. Byoki. Byoki. No, I'm like not even close. What is that? Oh well.
Pixiv fan box. Now, it's all in Japanese, and I don't think Google Translate does well at translating it, so we're going to go ahead and jump over to Nagisa on Twitter that addressed this situation and translated it for everyone. Mikeneko said, regarding the drama, thank you for your continued support. I apologize for worrying you with the drama, and I apologize for needing to speak on this in this way. As stated, I was married to Mafu in 2021 and divorced in 2022. Due to being a streamer, I had to lie about this, and I'm sorry. Since this was a private matter, I didn't want to speak about this at all to respect his privacy. However, it's been a very one-sided conversation, so I had to intervene and show my side. During our marriage, I did not cheat on Mafu with B. We saw each other before marriage and did not see each other since then at all, and no physical relationship took place. This will be clear if you speak with B. The line logs released seemed adulterous, and I admit that that's how it looks, so I apologize for that. However, those were all said in the moment, and we did not have any relationship nor met up with each other since our marriage. Regarding marriage life, it is true that I suspected him of cheating during our marriage. If he felt so pressured by that, I feel sorry for him, but my perception of the events do not include emotional or psychological abuse to him, and he was not controlled by me. The divorce has been finalized. Those who were involved in the divorce are sharing the information to my lawyer for the upcoming trial. I can't legally share details, but I suspected him with a reason. I didn't hire a detective, so I have no objective proof, but this wasn't for no reason. During all of this, he also suspected me of an affair, and we couldn't trust each other. It also sounded like I was overly controlling him, but he also did not let me contact other males and needed permission or prior notice before contacting other males. Regarding the divorce, he said I asked for money, but when B was brought up, I dropped it, but that is not true. First, I asked for money due to the divorce being so one-sided, as well as psych abuse from him. I can't speak more on this due to legal concerns. There was no concrete evidence about the cheating, so the lawyer advised me to not bring it up, and so I did not. I asked for advice from my relative, who became angry and leaked our conversation. To protect his privacy, we didn't exchange money during the divorce. Regarding libel, it is true I posted about him and he filed against me. I deeply apologize. Back then, my contract with my agency just ended and he brought up divorce, so I was not mentally stable, and I posted my thoughts on the internet after the divorce. I deeply apologize. My lawyer said not to speak on the case, so I cannot tell the details, but he says that many of my posts would not be considered libel under the law. Also, I admitted it, apologized, and negotiated a settlement with him. However, he demanded 1, I cease all online activities as a content creator, 2, I do not use SNS, and 3, pay 1 million yen in compensation. I was financially unstable back then and could not accept this, which is why we went to court. His suit included things that were unrelated to the original claim, to which my lawyer stated this was too much and filed a counterclaim against him. Mafu said I falsely accused my ex. This is not true. If anything, I am the victim of this relationship, as he was living with another woman during our relationship. Regarding the pet, he said I fed my cat dirty water. This isn't true. He must have taken that picture after I left the house. As all pet owners know, water bowls will get dirty over time. I frequently change the water. The reasoning about it wouldn't drink otherwise doesn't even make sense. The pet urn with the trash is a misunderstanding. First, it was my hamsters, not cats. When it passed, I had it cremated and took good care of it. During the divorce and needing to move out, I accidentally forgot it. I've asked my lawyer to ask for it back, but it hasn't been returned. Lastly, there is both a civil and criminal case against him. After speaking with...
I mean, it does make a little sense. You know, maybe she just forgot it and, like, she was busy with moving and all that. You know, but as we heard the story, naturally our minds are gonna assume, like, oh, she left it there because she doesn't give a shit and she's heartless, right?
My lawyer will be proceeding with legal actions against him about his recent statement/streams. I did not wish for any of this to happen, and I acknowledge I am also in the wrong for posting libel. However, it's very painful that he's brought up things unrelated or false to the case, even though we've submitted our rebuttals. I deeply apologize for roping in my viewers instead of providing happiness to you. This case is all private matters. I do not wish harassment to go towards him,
Sorry,
so
I couldn't
please do not do
provide
so.
happiness.
Also, there are a lot of libel against me, so those will be taken care of through legal means. I will continue to stream, and although it's difficult, I will do my best.
You'll continue to stream?
Some parts have been omitted due to Twitter, and this isn't the entire thing, but I went over and translated it through Google Translate.
It's not Twitter, it's
and
X
not
now.
much was really omitted, nothing too important, that is. But in case you do want to read this entire thing yourself, I will leave it linked down below for you to do so. Again, nothing was really omitted.
Well, okay, so she responded, but it's not really, doesn't really answer any questions. I mean, it's looking, it's definitely looking stronger on his side than her side. We'll have to see how this all plays out. It's sad, but it's not out of the realm of possibility that it all went down exactly like that. And even though she responded, I feel like we still don't really have both sides of the story because of all, you know, there's all this legal stuff like, oh, I can't talk about this. Meanwhile, though, he doesn't care about all that legal stuff. He's just letting it all out there. Anyway, I thought I would I'd check that out. I had to see what was going on with that. All right, let's play some Tekken. Let's play some Tekken. Fix this. Got sidetracked. All right. So, about Tekken. I would like to actually go into the lab and practice some counters. But let's play some matches. Let's play some matches first. Fuck it, we'll do... oops, no. Let's not do ranked right now. Or should we? Maybe we should. Maybe we should just be doing ranked from now on. Whatever. I just want to fight. In fact, maybe we should just do a ghost battle. Yeah. This guy's triple S plus. Let's do this. Let's do a ghost battle. Maybe we'll do an online battle. And then we'll hit the lab and practice punishes. I want to practice those punishes because I'm just not quite sure
Get ready for the next battle.
what the best, most consistent way to punish is with her. Just like when I fight people, they punish me just fine. They're all punishing me just fine.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Ah. Oh, what? There we go. What's up?
Round two.
Need one quick warm-up. It's not of any value to her, right? Sorry, I just saw your messages just now. Ooh. Ah, he allowed it to go through. God damn it! Fuck! Shit, I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Got that. Shit! No, I fucked it up so bad. Well, I got some damage out of that exchange. Fuck. You got me. God damn it. We got through. I'm gonna lose. There we go. Yeah. And I was going low. Ooh, nice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know. Ah, he was a fool. You were a fool, Paul. You could have blocked it and won. Okay. Shit! Ah, fuck me. No. Okay. We got that one.
You win.
I don't need a rematch. I would like to fight a real person, though. Because now that I think about it, now I feel kind of bad whenever I win against a ghost battle. I know it's like a false victory now. Because I know... that pisses me off. Why would I be using Jin? That's so dumb. But yeah, I know we can consistently beat ghosts even if they're like triple S rank. Then again, I'm so low in the ranks. I'm so low in the ranks that if I lose, then I'll feel really bad. I'll really feel like crap if I lose. But on the other hand, it could also be a really good fighter who just started the game. So that might be another reason why I lose. I'm curious, naturally, how far can I get in the ranks? Probably not that far. Just judging from like the quick matches that I've done. I'm losing like... it feels like I'm losing 80% of the time. Hey, Uber driver, I have to go now. I have formation early. Have a good night. Stay safe. Try to tune in next time. Yeah, thanks for watching. I wasn't expecting to cover that VTuber news, but it was on and I started streaming and thought it was interesting. But thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Why is this taking so long? Maybe, can I? Oh, you know what I could do? Maybe if I go here. Okay, let's cancel the opponent search. We'll go here. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Is this just practice mode? What if I do practice mode and I practice those punishes while I'm waiting for a ranked match? That's the idea that I have. So I could go here, I could go ranked match, right? Yeah, we confirm all that. And then I can do this. Okay. Yeah, this is a good idea. I can do both of the things that I wanted to do. A ranked match and practice. Punishment training. Let's do normal first. That wasn't good. No. Okay. Is that not it? While rising. That's what I'm pressing. I mean, I'm tapping. How's that not it? Do they not want me to buffer that? Am I not allowed? So what's the exact time? I'm doing it right. Am I supposed to block it? Ah, I'm supposed to block it, that's why. Alright. What's this move? Oops. Ah. What the fuck was that? I did not even... Oops. What combo even is that? That's not a move. What move is that? Is it here? It's not even here. What move is this? Is this a ranked match? I guess we'll put it on hard. It's horrible. Actually, hey, you know, this is pretty good. This is pretty good training. I like this. Some of these moves you can't punish though. How can you punish them? Because I'm hitting like the fastest button possible for some of them. I'm hitting one and he blocks it anyway. So how could it be punished by anything else? Unless it wants me to punish low or mid. Ooh. Okay. Shit. Ah. Hey, that works. Are you telling me this whole time no one? There's been no one? Are you still searching? Yo, Tekken, are you still searching? Maybe it doesn't search if you're... It doesn't search if you're doing punishment training. That's kind of dumb. No. Shouldn't have done that. Ah, really? God damn it! Just that split second for my brain to register. Ugh. How can I expect to use that in battle? I can't even use it right now. What's up, Nally Coles? How's it going?
Get ready for the next battle.
Hey, I'm CDD now. I didn't notice that. I'm not triple D anymore.
Round one. Fight.
This person is third Dan. Ooh! It's horrible. Oh! I'm playing like shit. I'm playing like shit. Ugh. Shit. Doing the wrong moves. Doing all the wrong moves.
Round three. Fight.
Fucking Lily players. Oh, come on. Really? Really? And she's just gonna block it. Oh, she didn't block it. Is it gonna kill? I think it will. Oh, it does.
Round four. Fight.
Yeah, at least I got that. It wasn't the full thing that I wanted, but at least I got something. Yeah, we're even. We did it.
Final round. Fight.
We did it. I just couldn't move. Just couldn't do anything now. What, you don't want a rematch? Afraid you're gonna lose? Oh, that's lame.
Get
I
ready
wanted to
for
fight
the
that guy
next
again,
battle.
actually. I think I could have won. I should just do that. I should just do that jump kick up. That's the thing, if I miss, it's so, like, unsafe. Oh! The match has been denied. Alright, whatever. Dude, it takes forever. It takes forever to get a match. Was he gonna get denied? We got 4 bars. Gonna do that. But I do that for punishment. The CPU seems to be falling through. Yeah, I just want to fucking fight someone. The match has been denied. What an asshole. What, am I pressing yes too fast?
Get ready for the next battle.
Jack 8. Nari nari ra.
Round 1. Fight.
He just hits me with that one technique. Ooh. Oh, he's using the automatic shit. Oh, come on.
Round 2. Fight.
What? Nah, I'm playing like shit.
Fight.
No, I couldn't even, couldn't do anything.
Round 1. Fight.
She's not even doing the thing that I want her to do. That I don't. I did not input the command for that. Come on, what? What the fuck was that? I fucking input the command for that shit. Come on. How could you drop that? How could you betray me like that, Reina? Oh my god, Reina.
Fight.
Okay. It's that air combo thing. That's what they're using. What's up? Oh! Okay, I think he's doing something here. Yep, caught him. I think it's gonna kill. Yep. I got so many points for that.
Round 1. Fight.
Alright, whatever.
Round 2. Fight.
Ah, come on, what? And then he just does that anyway? I didn't want you to do that, Reina. I did not ask you to do that. Fuck me. Really? That's so stupid.
Round 3. Fight.
Like, I see he's doing it, and I just let him catch me in it.
Round 4. Fight.
Oh, come on. That's not what I wanted to do either. That is not what I wanted to do. Now I can't fucking get out of this.
Final round.
I'm so pissed.
Fight.
See, once he... Reina, what the fuck? Fuck off.
立場をわきまえろ
Fuck that.
You win.
Yes, I win. Yes, I win. Fuck off. Actually, I didn't get any points for that rating. I don't know, man. I don't know what I should be doing with her. It just seems like I can't effectively punish anything. Like, what if... Let me see, how does the computer have it set up?
Reina. Jin Kazama. Get ready for the next battle.
This is what I'm gonna do. I just want to see. Fuck off. I just want to see what they have. Oh no. Come on. For special style. They just have those electrics, huh? That's the power crack. Oh, that's how they have it, huh? Yeah, if I could get those off. I guess that as like a Reina player, you just have to be trying to do that. The what's it called? Whatever that launcher is. You can't really effectively use it as a punish. I mean, yeah, I guess you can if you're really good, if you're really fast, but because the other punch comes out, which is like way slower. Oh. See? It's so inconsistent. And then how do you punish that stuff? No, like, I don't want to fucking do that. No! I don't want to fucking do that. What is that? There, that I wanted to do that. It's so unsafe. Shit! What? There's so many like moves that they have. It's like unavoidable to move. Like that. How would you even if he goes low? You can't even. Oh. That's not even... That's not what I wanted to do. Oh. That flying kick is more consistent than the it's more consistent. It's not. I wouldn't really call it consistent. Couldn't even get that move out of there. Alright, I'm done for a while.